Hello, my name is HAPruitt, and I'm the author of the Evelyn series. And in this video, I'm going to do a book review of a Christian dystopian book. Before I do the review, I want to say that it is important to do book reviews. If you don't do book reviews, you are a detractor, and you will be punished for it. Now, the book I'm going to review today is The Kingdom of Heaven by Evelyn M. Lewis. The Kingdom of Heaven is a Christian dystopian book. It is for upper YA, NA, or adult audiences. It did have some cursing and some drinking, but those were both put in a negative light, and so they don't, support those or anything. So my summary is, Alex lives in the settlement, a city where administrators make sure everyone has a safe place and contributes to society without detracting from the settlement's goal of stopping humankind's destruction of nature. Humans have utterly stripped Earth of all natural resources, and the settlement wants to make sure no one ruins nature again, so no one ever leaves the settlement. But Alex does. So I gotta get out of character because I love this book a lot. Okay, so there's a lot more to the book. This book, okay, I'll just start at the beginning. Okay, so I got this book as an ARC. If you don't know what ARC is, it means Advanced Reader Copy. The author was giving out copies so people would read them before it came out so they could have reviews when it comes out. So the book came out April 18th, 2023, and I'm putting this video just a few days later, but that's how I got this book. So I wasn't sure about it, I wasn't sure about the name, I wasn't sure about how the summary on the back sounded, and when people are offering to give away their books, you always kind of have to be like, why? And so I wasn't sure about a lot. And anything that draws terms from the Bible, like the Kingdom of Heaven, anything that draws terms from the Bible, I'm always kind of really skeptical of because it has the potential to misrepresent the Bible, which is bad. But after reading the book and after the last page, I 100% agree that this is the perfect title for this book. I cannot tell you why, but it is. And the concept of the Kingdom of Heaven is true to what Scripture teaches. Oh, it's great. It's fantastic. Oh, it gives me chills thinking about it. All the nuances of everything in it. Don't know if that's the right word, but anyway. Okay, so the story is captivating. The plot is really intriguing. The action is exciting, and the tension makes you have to keep reading. This is one of the books where, you're like, just one more chapter, just one more chapter, just one more chapter, just one more chapter. And it made me... Okay, I never stay up late. I always go to bed exactly when I go to bed. I'm very routine, but this is one of those books that if you do stay up late reading, it will make you stay up late reading it. I put off other things to read this book, and I read it in just a few days. It's a thick book. I read it in just a few days because I just could not stop reading it. I had to find out what happened. Everything about the story just draws you in quickly, and it draws you in deeply so that you feel like you're part of this settlement with Alex. Alex is the main character, and you're trying to understand what's going on along with her. She just goes with the flow, the path of least resistance, and that takes her to a place where she has to start making some choices, and she can't just do that. And you're trying to figure out what's right and what's wrong and all that, and it's so dystopian. I love dystopian novels. I hardly ever read them, but I love dystopian novels. You're trying to figure out what's going on. It's all in your head, and you're like, what's true, what's not true? Oh, I love it. Yeah, I love it. So the ideas and the messages in the Kingdom of Heaven are so relevant. There's so many. They're just really relevant, and they're so on point, bringing out ideas about these relevant topics of today's world. The book does so well with using situations to reveal truth instead of just giving you quippy phrases. It uses situations to show what's real and what's not. Those situations make you want to stop and really consider all the angles and all the insights of what the book is trying to reveal. So I also love the way that the Kingdom of Heaven carried the idea of the Kingdom of Heaven throughout the whole book, but it didn't hit me until the last page, and then I was like, oh, yes! And I was like, oh my goodness, and it makes you want to reread it. And there's something else about the very beginning chapter and the very last chapter that connect that's really cool, but I can't tell you because that might spoil things. Yeah, but it's really good. The last page just hits you and you're like, man, and I didn't put this in my written review. My reviews are on Goodreads and Amazon, so if you want to read my review, you can read it, but I didn't put this in it. I didn't put it in the written review, but how it ended, I wanted it to keep going to find out what happened, but how it ended kind of told you without telling you. It implied what happened. But I wanted to keep reading. I wanted more. I didn't want it to stop. But it was a good ending. It was a right ending. Okay. And the characters were relatable and perfect for each of their roles. Yeah, I didn't like all the characters all the way through the book, but they were each right. And yeah, they were what they needed to be. I do wish that a few flashback chapters at the beginning had been labeled, that they had taken place in an earlier time. That was a little bit confusing because they kind of hopped back and forth but didn't tell you they were doing that. And I do wish more had come out of the sub-level rooms. I can't say really anything about it, but there were these really intriguing rooms and I wish there was more to them. But I don't know if I'm missing something. I don't know if it was implied, but I wish there was more to those. But overall, I really enjoyed reading this book. It's one I just could not stop reading. I recommend it to everybody, especially if you like dystopian books, especially if you like Christian books, especially if you like books that make you think, if you like books that just, they're tense and suspenseful and you're like, oh my goodness, I have to know what happens. Yeah, there's just so many good things about it. It's just really great and I think everybody should read it. So, the author is Evelyn M. Lewis. You can find this on Amazon. Now it's available. The author is Evelyn M. Lewis. And like I said, it was an ARC, so I asked her to tell me where you can find her. So you can find her on Instagram at Lil Terra, I think is how you say it. Lilliterra. That's Instagram. That's in the description too if you want to know how to spell it. Her website is www.evelynmlewis.com. And Tumblr is evelynmlewis.tumblr.com. She says she does not have a Twitter. Sorry, I don't use Twitter either, so that's cool. But that's where you can find her and you can follow her. And you can find... So that is my book review of The Kingdom of Heaven. If you do not want to be a detractor, you should check out that book, buy it, read it, and review it also, because only detractors don't review books. So thank you very much for watching. Please comment, please like, please subscribe, please share this video with others, and please check out the Anathalian series too, and review it. So thank you for watching. Bye! 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 If you want to know more about Anathalian or HAPruitt, please follow me on Instagram at HAPruitt. You can find me on Amazon as an Amazon author, HAPruitt. Please watch my YouTube channel and all my cool videos on my channel, HAPruitt Anathalian. You can find me on the Facebook page, HAPruitt Anathalian. You can follow me on Goodreads by the name HAPruitt and the book Anathalian, or you can go to my website where so much cool stuff about Anathalian is. The website is HAPruitt.com. On Goodreads and Amazon, so if you want to read my review, you can read it, but I didn't put this in it. What in the world was I gonna say? Okay, that's terrible. My brain is everywhere. Okay. You be preoccupied over there, okay? The dinosaur just roared at me. Okay. And you can find her book and read her book, and there it goes. There it goes.